Molly McIntire was skipping rope at the end of her driveway on a blustery afternoon in early spring. She was waiting for her friends, Linda and Susan. "Guess what? Guess what?" shouted Molly as her friends came near. "What?" Linda and Susan puffed together. "An English girl is coming to stay with us," said Molly happily. "Oh," breathed Susan. "What do you mean?" asked Linda. "A girl," said Molly, "from London. Her parents want her to come to America where it's safe. She's supposed to stay with her aunt here in Jefferson until the war's over. But her aunt has pneumonia or something and can't take her. So my mom said she could stay with us until her aunt gets better. She'll be with us a couple of weeks at least, and that means she'll be here for my birthday." "Oh, Molly," sighed Susan, "you're so lucky. A real English girl for your birthday." "I don't get it," said Linda. "Why is she coming now? It's 1944, and England has been in the war a long time." "Well," Molly thought out loud, "maybe her house was just bombed by the Nazis." "And she's probably raggy and starving like the children in Life magazine pictures," added Susan. Linda shook her head. "Not everybody in England is ragged and starving, Susan," she said. "For all you know, she's as rich as a princess." "A princess!" said Susan joyfully. "I bet she even looks like one of the English princesses. Margaret Rose or Elizabeth," said Molly. "I bet she has dark curly hair and blue eyes. She's going to share my room and come to school with me. She's exactly our age." "When does she come?" asked Susan. "Today! Today!" shrieked Susan and Linda. "What time?" "Mom said before dinner," Molly answered. "Come on, let's go inside." "Maybe when the English girl is here, Mrs. Guilford will give us little tea sandwiches every afternoon, like they have in England," said Susan dreamily. "Maybe," said Molly. "Oh, it's going to be so much fun!" The three girls raced inside, through the bright kitchen and up the stairs to Molly's room. They hadn't been there long before they heard Molly's mother call up the stairs. "Girls, come down here, please." "She's here!" squealed Molly. "The English girl!" The three girls pounded down the stairs and into the kitchen. Molly stopped so suddenly that Susan stumbled into her back. There, standing by the kitchen table, was the English girl. Mrs. McIntire was standing behind her, with her hands on the girl's shoulders. "Emily," she said, "I'd like you to meet Molly. Molly, this is Emily Bennett." Very gently, she pushed Emily toward Molly. Emily kept her eyes on the floor. Molly held out her hand and smiled at Emily. "Hi," she said. Emily glanced up at Molly, then looked down again. She touched Molly's hand with icy fingertips, whispered, "How do you do?" and stepped backward toward Mrs. McIntire. Susan pushed past Molly. "How do you do?" she said. She pulled the sides of her pants legs as if they were the wide skirt of a ball gown and bobbed down in a curtsy. "I'm Susan," she said, as she rose awkwardly. "I thought English girls always curtsied." Ricky snorted, and Molly and Linda giggled at Susan. Emily didn't look up, but Molly saw that her ears turned pink with embarrassment. "She thinks we're laughing at her," Molly thought. Molly moved toward Emily. "This is Linda," she said, "and here's Ricky, my brother. I have another brother named Brad and a sister named Jill. You'll meet them later." Everyone was quiet, staring at Emily. Then Mom said, "We're very glad you're here, Emily. You'll get used to the names and faces soon." She patted her shoulders. "Ricky, would you carry the suitcase upstairs, please? Molly, why don't you show Emily your room?" She smiled and said, "It's going to be your room too, Emily, for as long as you stay with us." A very quiet parade climbed up the stairs. Ricky was in the lead, with Emily following. Molly, Linda, and Susan lagged behind. Linda whispered to Susan, "She's awfully little, and she sure doesn't look like a princess."